Oops. Mm. Pop out. Do 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 do. Do do do. All right. I think we're all good. All right, I think this is working. Okay. I swear, it's so many buttons to get this thing set up. I need to have like a single click. What's up, Dracula? How are you today? Good weekend soon, nice. I'm good. I'm just working on, I'm doing programming language Friday today. Since I figure I earned it because I made a video yesterday, so I deserve this. Nah, just kidding. I just wanted to work on it. It's such an interesting book. It's such like interesting stuff. So I'm really enjoying working on this. But I think I'm almost done with it. I think there's only, if only I could find it. I guess there's quite a few more chapters. I'm like here. I'm like here. But it's basically like rewriting everything that you wrote in the first half, but you write it in C. But I'm trying to write in my other language I wrote in the first half. So I wrote a language in the first half, and I'm trying to write the interpreter in that language now, which is kind of fun. But it's also a little bit challenging because it's there's a lot of stuff I didn't think through, and makes it a little bit tricky. A lot of mistakes were made. It's really good intro to data structures in C as well. Yeah, that's for sure. There's a lot of like C specific stuff that I've forgotten or I haven't used in a while. So it's yeah. So just interoping with C is a little bit tricky, especially with the types. But anyways, I kind of skimmed this chapter. This is just the Lexer for the C version. I didn't read the end portion of it though, but where am I? I might be at the scanner scans. Oh no, I guess I was here, wasn't I? Yeah, I just finished implementing this REPL function. But I got arguments set up to read. I did like the go way where you read args as like a slice of strings. And the REPL function goes down here. I don't do an interpret yet because I haven't implemented that, but I just don't know if he's gonna, I don't know if I want to spend time doing that. Oh, I guess we'll just go through it like he says. The problem is he's got this function read file where he reads the entire file into memory, but when you scan through anyways, you don't need to read the whole file, so I don't know why he does it that way. Like I may as well I don't know. I guess it'll be faster, but I feel like I'll just be continually reading from the disk anyways, so. Like it seems strange to read everything into memory and then scan through it, which is what he does later on. Like I feel like at that point I may as well just scan the file, but we'll do what he says. But we have the REPL mode set up, at least the input for it. 1 + 2, except it doesn't do anything. Well, let's do this next one, which is we did this. We just have we have this interpret line commented out. Also, I effed up kind of how I do array instantiation, because in C it's nice to just be like, oh, I want a static chunk of these characters, and it'll get probably stack allocated. But I do mine on the heap because my arrays are like they're like mapped differently. So unless I write a wrapper function for all of these functions that take this sort of array, my sort of array, rather than a C sort of array. Because I think C arrays degenerate to like just a character pointer and then a section of memory. I did not think it was Friday. I lose track of the day so easily in the summer. Yeah. All right, let's implement this function. So we did the REPL section. Let's do the run file section. Func run file, and we'll call it from here. If you pass an argument in, basically, because argument slot 0 is the name of the program, and then argument slot 1 would be the name of the file you want to interpret. And let's see. Yeah, we'll do run file args 0, or no, sorry, args 0, I just said that. Args 1 is what we want, because that's the value passed to the command. And so we'll do that. This will take a string. Yeah, interpret will implement later. I just want it to be able to compile. Is it a Rust killer? Eventually, yeah. It's my goal in life. See, like they do const character star, and that's like a pointer, but I have this like special string type. So like just that confusion's a little bit tricky. What I might end up doing though, because a lot of these functions like fgets and stuff like that, I might just wrap them to use my string. So I pass my string type in. Into a wrapper function, and the wrapper function calls fgets under the hood. I might just build that into my runtime. I guess I'm torn though, because I do want it to be easy to interop with. Maybe what I really need to do is just make a conversion function to convert my string type to this string type. Because I gotta imagine there's gonna be a lot of functions where I'm taking a co-string and converting it into a character star slice. But whatever. I can only think so long before I have to write something down. All right, let's do run file. I'll just try to alt tab. Yeah, I mean, it'll be source is some type, and it's gonna be read file. I guess I'll call it path, because that's what he calls it. We don't have to type these. Result, interpret, source. I don't remember, I don't know what, I guess we'll just call it free. I don't know what type. Oh, I guess this is gonna return a character star pointer, so we need to free that. But we'll see. Right now I'm just leaking memory for strings because I don't have a good memory cleanup model yet. Then we just do exits. I might need to make a foreign function for an exit. So it's a built-in. If result equals equals. Also, I need some sort of enumeration type would be really nice. I might just do a built-in here. I'll do I don't know what this takes. I assume it takes an int. I'm just gonna assume this is the, I guess we can look. I'm pretty sure the type is C exit function. Can't you pass something to it? Yeah, status. Oh, okay. I don't know why he picks these numbers though. 65, 74, 70. All right, let's implement the read file function. This has to return something. I don't know if I want to do a I'll just say it's going to be a character pointer. I'm just going to copy this code so I don't have to keep alt tabbing. Okay, we'll have to add a few more functions. What's the import called? C stdio.h. Func fopen. I don't support const. Oh, and this is all backwards. Yeah, so this is where it's awkward because I have this path that I pass in, but then to fopen I need to pass a character star. I might just build like a helper function that's a built-in that does this. Where I could do like 2c or something like path.c string. Or really, I don't have methods, so this would have to be like C string. Let's just get this migrated. RB F open. Oh, that's mode. Okay. I wonder what this means. This mode. This is a nice. This is like very minimized, but it'll be nice. Oh, maybe they do have a mode. Is there any better documentation? All right, F open. This is way better. R or RB open file for reading. Okay. Okay, then we do an fseek on that file. 0L, I think that's just saying it's a long. We do need to add the fseek function though. Yeah, it's a long int. But my language doesn't have any sort of hold on. All right. Stream file. Oh shoot, I don't remember in C. Is a long int a 64-bit? What is wince? Oh, seek end. So I have to define that as well. The new position measured in bytes from the beginning of the file is obtained by adding the offset pointer to the position specified by wince. Okay. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close that. All right. That's a lot simpler now. So we can do a 0. I think this is just gonna be a U64. Offset. I don't remember how I defined my U64. Or I guess it's a U64, uint64 underscore T is the C type that's gonna get mapped to. I don't know if that's a long int though on all platforms. And then we have wince int. This is where it's kind of confusing when you map to C, because you need like some way to map to every single possible C type. But I don't want to like pollute my language with like a bunch of crappy, or not crappy, but like a bunch of weird types that C has. Okay, this one doesn't return anything, so that's good. We also need this seek end, which is also extra. This is like my foreign block, so this is everything that comes from something else, which is super convenient to have. Oh yeah. Let's migrate all of this to the right language, and then we'll do all of this. We have ftel. File size, ftl. What is a long int in C? Will be at least 32 bits wide, meaning it can hold, yeah. The original definition of uint64t is, it would be an int. Onside long. We'll just see if it works. But this is not a U64. It's a signed. It's a signed version. Okay, let's do the rest of it. ftl takes a stream file and returns a long int. I'm just gonna do I64 for all long ints. And then I'll decide if I need to do some sort of wrapping strategy for it. Or maybe C will just cast it implicitly. I'm not sure. If it casts it implicitly, I'm fine with that. Okay, then we rewind, which is some other function, I guess. Stream file, rewind. It doesn't return anything. I guess it just returns it to 0, like sets the offset to 0. All right, then we have our buffer. I didn't even realize that this was common in practice. I guess it makes sense. So I do the same thing for my casting out of malloc. I'll cast it to a character star. File size +1, that should work. Then we have a size t. I think I have a different name for mine. usize, I think I called it. Bytes read, but this will be an fread function. Func fread. Usize. Buffer. I don't know why I did this backwards. Size t file. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can just go here. Okay, I guess I'll call it pointer. That's what they call it. Then we've got our size, and we've got in items. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a unfortunately, I don't have a like a proper size of function. Mine, you have to pass in a value to calculate it dynamically. It doesn't like statically determine it. What I did before was I did this. Do. I just know I'm gonna have to do this a bunch. Do. But I guess for now it's not that big of a deal. File size, file, and then we append the null byte at the end, then we do fclose, then we return that buffer. So we need a func fclose. I don't know if it returns something. It returns an int. On successful completion, fclose returns 0. Otherwise, it returns EOF and sets error number. I don't think this works, but yeah, it'll work. Okay, no comments. Oh wait, I did it there. I guess that wasn't where the error was. Illegal expression. Oh, this needs to be reversed. Oh, I don't have single file, okay. Car star doesn't support indexing. I guess I could switch to pointer arithmetic. The problem is this whole type thing is going to be messed up. So we need to add a way to build characters. Oh, it's been so long since I've had to do this. See, if I wrote this, like it's, there's just so much C interoperability here that it's kind of hard to, but I guess we'll just do pointers. I think it's gonna be, buffer plus bytes read dereferenced. I thought I had a way to do this. I might need to do that. Yeah, and then this is where we need to add this. Okay. So there's a string literal. We also have case string. Oh, this might be something we need to add to the lexer actually. Let's look at that. Because I think I have double quotes. I don't know if I have single quotes though. What did I call it? Oh, that's not a token because it's but when I search for this, it'll be this. So we'll do one that's similar, and it's going to be that. It's not going to be a string though. It's going to be like a character. I'm going to call it a car lit. Okay, that'll be the string parsing. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I saw this slash here and I got a little bit confused, but that's just the escape. One problem is this one doesn't handle... I don't really know what to call these. Like I want to do the same, I want to call the same exact function. I just want to call like, it's not a delimiter, but it's like the edges of whatever this object is. Like the surrounding things. I don't know, border. It's actually a rune. So then this one we want to border with that, and then this one we want to border with this. Yeah, so now we have a string. We also want to handle the character lit, rlit, rlit. That's for the parser. Oh, it's not a stringlet type though. It's a I'm just gonna call it a runelet type. Whoops. There we go. I don't think I went back to the mismatched assignment types, character and untyped rune. So this is in the type checker. We just need to add this cast. This casting rule. Try basic typecast. Or it's rune lit type. If it's a rune lit type, then I guess we just do this. It'll be rune lit cast. List of all the types that an untyped rune can cast to. Car. Oops. What's the error here? All right, the type checker passed. I don't know why this isn't indenting correctly though. Just manually do it, I guess. What does read file return? Oh, wait a second. We had read file. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it does return a car star. Interpret. Oh, we don't have a function for that, do we? It's hard because we have this other interpret function, which takes a chunk in. I'm gonna go ahead and comment that out, and I'm gonna do this. That's for Hannah symbol chunks, and this will be the new interpret. This takes this now takes a source. Let's return interpret. But it needs to do like a compile, or it needs to do like a lex. Compile, run. Okay, let's see here. fopen, incompatible type for argument 1. Oh, this is fd open, whoops. There it is, fopen. File name and mode. Oh, because this is where I'm passing in this is what I was mentioning before, where I have the 2 different string types now. Let's go to our runtime.h, and we're gonna make a function that just converts, this is all of our string code. We're gonna write another one that's like, oops. This will take a costring and return a, whoops, I just keep doing it backwards. And we actually do this here. F puts, that's printing. So it's really just this stuff. C string. This is in our print function. I think we just do S. Then we just need to return TMP. See, this is where it's bad because I'm doing all these weird allocation things for just like fixed pieces of data, which I don't love it, but I need to add a temp undeclared. Oh, then we do car star temp equals, there we go. Semicolons always get me. Okay, now we can go here and look at our compilation error, fopen, where we want to change this to a C string. Oh, we need to add that foreign function, that new one we added. Func co C string. That takes a string and returns a car star, yeah. We need the same thing for this. Up open. Cast to pointer from integer of different size. I don't understand that. Oh, because we don't know that character. I think it doesn't know that character. Or I think it is possible that character is not the same size as UN8. So we'll just do a Alec. So what, a long int is just an int? Wait, why would doing that? Oh, I see what it is now. Because we have this getting returned to that, and then we have, we're multiplying it by this. So the type checker is breaking, because this is a, so what it says long, oh, it's an int64 that comes out of ftl, but then this is not an int64. Sure. All right, read file. Oh, hold on, what's the error? Cast to pointer. I need to add line directives to every single thing, I think. Cast to pointer from integer of different, where's my next cast? I wonder if it's there. It's just doing it here. Or actually, I think I know why this is offset. I think I just need to do generate semi-line. I think I always want to add a line here. But I don't always want to add a semicolon. There we go. Now we can see where the line is of what's happening. Okay. All right, let's look at the C code because I don't know why this is happening. It's weird because I think I've done pointer arithmetic. So I don't know why mine. Like I thought my type checker accepted that. X is 10. Yeah, then it increments. All right, let's look at this, and we'll go back here. Read file. I'm gonna simplify this because I'm not really convinced that I actually need that. Cast to pointer from integer of different size. I had to do a U8 here because I don't have a void type in my language. Or do I? I guess I could add a void type. At the very least, I feel like I need to I don't really want to add one though. I mean, it's really just to see like warning. Int to pointer. This other one I'm not really sure of how to solve though. Main.k. All right, let's look at this this pointer math. I'm pretty sure this is correct because buffer is a pointer. Then I add to it the number of bytes I've read. And that is a pointer, and then dereferences. I just think that this, my type checker blocks it because it doesn't know how to add a pointer to a integer. It's either I add this, it's either I do this or I do what's it called? Yeah. These are the same thing. Either I add array indexing syntax for pointers, which I don't love. Yeah, I think this is just a more fundamental problem though. I think the problem is in my language, every array is an array type, but in C, a pointer is an array type. What's up, Pierre? Today is Programming Language Friday, so we're continuing with that Crafting Interpreters book. And right now we're writing the lexer in my first draft of the language. So I wrote a language that compiles to C, and then in the first, like the book's organized like this. It's the first half you write like a really basic, or the first half he has you write one in Java. I wrote mine in Go, and mine compiles. His was a like AST interpreted, and mine just compiled to C. In the second half, you build a bytecode virtual machine that compiles everything in C. So you're almost like rewriting everything you wrote here, but in C now. So I wrote mine that compiles to C. Now I'm trying to write this part in my language, if that makes sense. Like in the language I wrote here, I'm trying to build the second part. And I'm realizing all of the issues that are gonna come with trying to do that, something like this. I mean, maybe the thing to do is something like this, where when I code in my language, I always treat everything like an array. And then when I'm ready to call some C foreign function, I just have some function that like casts it to, or it just returns like the first element pointer of that array. And then that can just be used by C, right? What's up, Nodus? Is this on GitHub? It is actually, yeah. There's a link. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you can check it out. It's not like I'm building this open source project or anything like that, but I did want to make, or people had asked for me to make my code public, so you can take a peek. But it's right now, it's mostly me just like experimenting and going through this this book, which is free. So, but yeah, I've learned it's a cool project. This this book. I might buy the book after I get through it, just to like support him. Because it's well written. And I've learned a ton doing it. Let me think about this though. Dun, 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 dun. If this was an array of characters, then I could just do something like this. Or I can have the ability to add to pointers, which I don't really want to, I just don't think it's a good feature to have. The only reason I would need it is for C, but I think if I just do this, I think what I can do is something like this. Instead of adding, I would do something like this, which I think is more like protected. So you take the address of the element at. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change this then slightly. So I open the file, I seek to the end. This is just finding the file size. And then this is read the file to a buffer. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, what's up, Kuva man? How's it going? Thank you, buddy, for the raid again. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, buddy. How's your stream today? I might need to make a make built-in function. I made progress in my language, so it's nice. Nice. Did you have a repo for it? I want to look at it. Are you building it in Rust? I'm still going through the crafting interpreters book. That's actually what we're doing today. I'm at like this section, but I wrote like a first language that compiles to C here. And then I'm trying to write this second half of the book in that language that I wrote. No, it's in OCaml. Okay, nice. I have a website, might be outdated. Oh, sorry, I have links disabled. I should probably just enable links again. Because I blocked some term that all the bots used and now they don't come very often. Can you put like a space in your link? So I can look at it. Castling.org. All right, thank you. Oh, I like the unicorn. Dang, this looks well built. Let fib equal in function. Bin less than 2, then 1, else. Nice. Oh, you have a playground for it too? That's sick. I think playground is the most up to date. Oh, is this a, what's it called? Ligature? Yeah. That's an interesting one. I've never seen that ligature before. Print hello or hello? Sorry, I'm not super familiar with functional languages. Bum, bum, bum. Is it like a currying thing? It's like you're passing name to the print function. Unwinding. I wanted to have unwinding in my language, but I don't know if I can implement it on top of C, because I don't know if I can do that on C. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I wonder what's like your use case for this, or is this like I'm curious what this sort of syntax makes easier, because I've never seen anything like that before, so it's kind of cool. Compiling code into IR. During that compilation, the interpreter might still be triggered if something needs to be known at comp time. Oh, nice, sick. First class IR. This is very, this seems very Zig-like. Changing the order, which is useful for readability. Oh, gotcha. It's like methods. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Oh, that's interesting. I've never thought of it that way. Let arena equals REC. If you need recursive data structures, for example, then they must be explicitly marked as such. In this case, both F and G are going to be freed as soon as the arena object itself needs to be. There are still references to them when arena is dropped. The borrow checker is going to result in the compilation error. Oh, interesting. You have borrow checker. Dang, you put a lot of work into this. Sporadic tuples. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, nice. Sporadic generics. That's such a nice feature. I wish Go had that. It's overambitious. I might never finish it. Put a lot of work into it 3 times before dropping it to rewrite again. Yeah. I don't really know where I'm gonna go with mine. I just kind of am having fun right now, I guess. And we'll see how it ends up. I want to look at your arena allocator. This function specifies that a allocator must be present when calling it. In a way, function calling acts like an implicit arguments. But I'll put it differently. In order to bring the context and scope. Is that like kind of how Odin has like a scoped allocation block? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was planning to do something very similar to this. But mine's like a more imperative language, so I was planning to do something like func, my func. This is obviously not in your syntax, but I was gonna do like arena or something like that. Jai has similar too, yeah. I think this is such a good idea. I read this article today on Reddit. I found it about C3 doing this too, but their syntax looks so. Personally, I don't like their syntax. I don't like talk crap, but the C3 syntax for this was so like oof. But yeah, I think something like this is a super good idea. Oh, so you pass yours into a function. Interesting. I don't really call my language functional. It's supposed to be supporting all paradigms. Yeah, sorry, I just saw like a few things that made it look more like functionally syntaxed. Unwindable. Wait, we were already there. Oh no, we were here, yeah. This seems like a cool language. What does it compile to? Do you compile to machine code, or do you do like some transpilation thing? I might have missed that. I kind of skimmed a little bit. Unwind. We can declare named blocks that we can return without executing the rest of the body. Oh, so it's like explicit unwinding. Delimited continuation, similar to unwind, but allow you to resume execution after unwinding, creating a continuation object. Add a transpiler to JS, have an interpreter. The goal is to have a native backend too eventually. Gotcha. Yeah, I was planning to do mine. I was gonna do just compile to C and then like write some runtime library that it all runs inside of. I mean more to like map things to C. That way I don't have to build like a backend. I don't know why writing a backend doesn't sound interesting to me. The front end seems really interesting. The backend doesn't seem interesting at all. Yeah, I also wanted to do something like the comp time. That was a cool comparison. Focusing more on high level features first. Yeah. I like it though. That's cool. I didn't realize you were so far along. Makes my little language so seem so crappy now. Ooh, pattern matching. That's something that seems interesting too. That's cool though. I'm still over here reading the introduction to compilers book while you got like a full-fledged language pretty much. Ding, ding, ding. I never read the books, too lazy for it. Yeah, it's been helpful to see like how people do it. Like I never would have thought of, or maybe eventually I would have thought of it, but I never would have thought of like building a Lexer like they build Lexers. Like I just never would have thought of doing it that way. It makes sense like in hindsight, but it's just not something that I would have been like, oh, like I'm just gonna like step one time at a time. There's all these little cases that I'll handle each individual time. Maybe I would have eventually gotten there, because it seems like a very natural like endpoint. But just like little things like that, and then like the like recursive descent, or what's it called? Is it called recursive descent? The parser for expressions, like stuff like that I never would have come up with without like watching videos or reading books, I think, or it would have taken a long time. But yeah, I've learned so much working on this stuff. I honestly think that building a little language is such a good, like, not a first programming project, but it's such a good educational programming project. And I think if it was taught right, I think you could probably make it your first programming project. Like write a programming language. And I think you learn so much about, especially if you do it in a low level language like C, you learn so much about how computers work. All right, but back to my crappy type checker. What was the error we were encountering? Oh, I was deciding I wasn't going to allow pointer arithmetic, and I was just going to force this to be, or I was going to wrap all of these functions to have them return a I guess if I write it both directions, then I can convert from a pointer array to a co-array pretty easily, I think. I wonder if I can just do something like this. Or not, void star. Yeah, I guess it would, no, it wouldn't be a void star. What would it be? I might need a custom like code block that I insert for a certain function. Let me just look at how I do like one slice. Yeah, so I can do this in init function. Let's comment this out. We'll just go back through this and rewrite it for the array syntax. That could actually go there. This one actually is fine to deal with pointers because you kind of just have to take the file pointer, read through it. It doesn't actually do any array stuff. So that one's fine. This one, however, would be different. We would do buffer is let's write what the syntax should look like, and then maybe I'll make it simpler on myself for the code generator. I'd probably do something like this, make, just because I like Go. I want an array of characters for size, file size, +1. But then I call fread, into this buffer. The problem is this buffer isn't a character pointer, which is what it needs to be. Wait, why did I write uint8 pointer? Oh, it's a void pointer, isn't it? I guess I would do this though, wouldn't I? I guess I don't really need to put in the parentheses. I think the expression order is correct. So it'll get the first element and then it'll return that address. Actually, no, this is gonna be, I'm just thinking of the code that gets generated for this. So I think it does something like this. And it doesn't return a pointer. It returns a copy of the value that was there. So now it gets stack allocated, and now it would have a pointer taken of it. So that would be the wrong pointer. But I guess now I'm trying to remember what Go does. I'm pretty sure that I wonder if instead of doing functions like this, I should have done things that were more like macros. Yeah, element size would be size of character. Then we're reading the entire file. Then we pass the file stream in. Okay. Oh, then we add the very last one. So it would be this. Buffer bytes read is, whoops, is that. Then we close the file. And I can't return the buffer though. I need to return the buffer converted, or hold on. I mean, at this point, I may as well just have this return that, right? This conversion's kind of hard. Just because I think this is not going to return the right. Oh, I don't have a make function. Just for testing, I'm going to do this though. Character. Oh, I just want new though. File size +1. I'm just gonna throw this in the foreign block so I can get on with my life. Must be identifier. Oh, I don't support underscore underscore. That's the reason I used it, was so I couldn't bind it like this. I might just do kind of like I do append. I might just do like a make equivalent. All right, we'll just do that. It's weird when you pass a type to functions though. I don't really have support for that. One thing I wish I did sooner, I guess it's more of a complicated language feature. One thing I wish I did though was have the ability to pass like types to things. Yeah, undefined identifier make. We need to add this as a built-in function. Oops, resolve. I'm actually gonna reword this, I think. What's up, Rot? What's up, Rot Jordan? How's it going? What distro do you use? I use Arch Linux. I'm just gonna have this take an int. And I think I'm gonna change it to do this instead. Just because my generic system supports this, but it doesn't support the other way. All right, returns. Would return that. Get type, int type. It takes this, and then the generic is just that. I think this could work. It should type check, but the code generation will be missing. Unknown node type, array node. I'm kind of confused though. Shouldn't it be at, it should be a type node. Let me just see how this comes through. We're looping through the generics. Instantiate generic func. Yes, we have a call expression. It's a func type. Then we're looping through the generics. I don't understand though. Resolve local. Index.index. So this is the expression that's inside of the index expression. Do you find anything in Golang annoying when it comes to writing compilers? Yeah, I think if there was like proper tagged union types in Golang, that would be very, very nice for writing compilers. Because Go doesn't really have that, so you end up having to make like you have to use like an any interface or a blank interface, which every type implements, and then or make I made like a node interface, and then I have a bunch of different things that implement that, and then I have to do a big type switch on all of them, which is fine. It just feels really messy, I guess. It would have been nice to just have like, I feel like it would be more convenient to have tagged unions for stuff like that. But otherwise, it seems fine. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't detect this as a type node, because what it should be doing is resolving this, but then this should go to type node. Let me look at the parser. Oh no, actually, I don't think there's a good reason for it to know that. Would there be? I tried modeling a solution to the expression problem in Golang where you invert the tree, sort of, and I decided it's not worth the pain. Invert the tree. Oh, like instead of having a big interface with a lot of functions that implement it, you would just do a big type switch. The problem with compilers is it's like you have a fixed set of nodes that you want to be able to handle, and then you have like a bunch of different functions. Like I'm more likely to add a new function to each node than I am to add a new node. So I feel like I always end up having to write a type switch rather than writing like an interface implementation, if that's what you mean. Instantiate generic function. It is weird. It's kind of confusing. I'm not sure why other ones would work, unless there's like built-in node. Oh, array node. For some reason I thought it was array type. I'm actually amazed I don't have a array node here. Have I never done this? That's so weird. Maybe, I don't know. I'm confused. Thank you, Sternal, for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Welcome. Okay. Maybe it was a mistake to try to build this other layer of my compiler in my language. There's just so many like little like type checker things that are kind of annoying to deal with. But I feel like I'm learning, so I guess I'll just keep doing it. Okay, then we have an array node and then we have an array node. Yeah, I guess the type of this, we could just resolve that. I'm surprised I haven't had to do this yet. But maybe for some reason this path only gets executed. Maybe like complet is what gets used otherwise. I'm not sure. Anyways. All right, let's look at the elements. We need to do the r.resolve local. This resolves the node type. No, there's no way that I don't do this. I'm so surprised. Huh. It just looks so familiar. Whatever. So we need to resolve the like the type that the array is of. So we'll do t.lm. That's gonna be the lm type, and then we have length type, which will be the length node. We need to resolve that. I tried finding the source, but I tried finding the source, but a rough recollection of how it works is that instead of binary operator expression struct that implements interface expression, it's the other way. Yeah, how I did mine is it's the other way. Oh, expression implements binary operation expression. Yeah, so how mine's done is I have this node interface which implements like very, very simple functions. Position, which just tells the file position, and then type, which is just the type of that node, or it's nil in case it doesn't have a type. So because some statements don't have types technically, but usually expressions have types. So that's all my node interface is. Then I have all of these implementers. Like this is like a scope node, so this doesn't have a type, so it just returns unknown type. But then you have things that are like a call expression returns a type because the result of the call returns that type. So this is the type that it returns, if that makes sense. So yeah. And then you end up with these big switch statements, where you have to handle every single case for every single type. Oops, resolve, wrong one. Oh, here's where I do it. I think I can just do this. If you're an array node, let me just look at the code here. If length is nil, you have element type, where I resolve the type. Yeah, I guess an array node expression. Yeah, all right. I think I just do this, honestly. Yeah, when you invert it, you don't have the big switch case, and you don't have to edit them either if you add another node type. Yeah, but then for every single node type, you have to add every single function that's required for it. Yeah, I prefer to do it like rather than have every node implement every interface, in this case, I preferred to have one big switch statement. Because the number of functions that I might execute on the nodes, I think is more likely to increase. I don't know if that makes sense, what I'm saying. Void doesn't support indexing. Wait, what? Do, 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 do. So it's taking it thinks it's a base type for some reason. Excuse me. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. All right. Yeah, so the problem is that this function, for some reason the type checker thinks that the return of it is void. Make built-in type. It should return this slice type. Unless in resolve, I didn't use it. Yeah, I forgot it. Okay. I accidentally registered the make function with the append type, not the make type that we wanted to have for the built-in. Undefined. Oh, did I delete this? Mismatched types, T and untyped rune. Oh, that's weird, because this should have, this should have this correct type resolved to it. Let's look at the resolve function for, it's a call expression. I don't infer generics. But I should be able to look up this. I call the instantiate. Wait a second. Resolve local on this identifier. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. I do a what's the use case for your language? Right now I'm just kind of learning and seeing how languages are built. I'm just going through this book, Crafting Interpreters, which I highly recommend if you want to do something similar. It's pretty nice. So I'm going through that. I did the first half. The book's in like 2 portions. One half you write like a he wrote it in Java. You write an AST interpreter in Java. I wrote mine in Go, and then I compiled it to C, and then I built a little language doing that. And I added a few extra things like foreign functions and like array types and string types and stuff like that to my little C language. And then you write this bytecode virtual machine in C for the second half of the book. And I'm like around here, but I'm trying to write it, instead of writing in C, I'm trying to write it in the language that I wrote in this section of the book, just to like see how it goes. So now I'm running into a lot of like type checking issues and C interop issues and stuff like that. So it's a little tricky. But there's a few ideas I have that I want to explore. Like for example, I want to do a lot of hot reloading stuff, and I want to do a lot of like memory safety stuff too. I think that stuff's interesting. So I'd like to explore it a bit. So like once or twice a week I work on this instead of the game that I'm building. But yeah, I've enjoyed working on this a lot. I think the problem is that I look up this identifier, it sees it's a built-in, but it doesn't instantiate it. It doesn't instantiate the callee. Oh no, it should be an index expression, shouldn't it? Like it should detect this as the index expression, return the type back for the callee, and then this should be the callee of that one. But for some reason, this one's not calculating it properly. Dun dun dun. Let's do this. Oops, we'll do a /n. So it has this type as wrong. I assume this type is wrong because of this. I mean, I guess I could do this. And then the bug is here because it returns a curly scope, statement, assign expression. Yeah, so for some reason the type is not getting resolved correctly for this generic function. Let's see why. We should see this though, I think. We are getting a slice type, but it must be a slice type of T. And then we'll do, I'm gonna do, I'll do a %v. Of course. Um, It would be nice to have a string function for each of these nodes or types, so I could just print out a bunch of info about it. Let's do this. We'll do, I think I did call it name. Yeah, type, slice type, and then it's bracket car. So it is finding it, it's just not setting it, I guess. I like languages with working niche features. Google has a language they use for testing weird features called Rune. That's cool. That's a cool name for a language. Not to be confused with Golang runes. I wonder if I just don't do the return type. Yeah, I do the return type though. Final func dot returns. So I'm getting this. I think I'm getting here, but I'm not getting the other way. Let's try this. Yeah, it's going the wrong direction. It doesn't think it's a generic. Let's go to type. Make. My generic system's not that good. Okay, so we have a generic type T for the make function. The arguments to the function are just int type, and then it returns a slice of that generic type T. But when this gets instantiated, we go through the generics and we decide what value to put into this generic map. But we should see that this is a generic type. The return is the generic type. Then we should go into this function. And then we should see this word. At SQL type DSL embedded, and types can be declared as secret to stop timing attacks. That's cool. Oh, it has. Oh, the Rune language does. Interesting. It's cool how you can build a language for like very specific stuff. Let's do this. We'll just look up what the type is. Genarg. See, it says wrong, and then it says that it's the correct type. Wrong? And then it's like, oh, we are a main generic type. I'm so confused by this. How could this be wrong? is gen type false? Am I just checking the wrong thing? T.returns. Gonna find ID at work, designing a language that is specifically for handling sensitive data for GDPR compliance. Compiler errors when printing sensitive strings, etc. That's cool. That seems very challenging. But I guess maybe you could like add some sort of type safety of what types are sensitive and not print those. T.returns. Oh, it's a slice type. Oh, I see now. What I really wanted to do here, I think I didn't think of the case where the generic is inside of the type. I think what really needs to happen here is I need to recursively walk the type. I'm gonna do this actually. Yeah, the generic arg is T. Then we want to return T. Hold on, this is just such a... Either I make the generic type T like this, make car, but I think what I really want to do is this. Which means that this generic type needs to be a slice type. Or I'm sorry, this does not need to be a slice type because we just want to return the type that we are. What's up, Tinspin? Today is Programming Language Friday, where we're going through the Crafting Interpreter's book again. Our interpret function's busted though. Because we wrote a new one, but I didn't move it over to the right type. And it is a slice of characters. And we'll just leak it. And then this should be type safe now, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that whole little thing was it's just confusing when like the generic type I wanted to return is this type, but internally when I was doing the built-in, I set it up so that it was expecting to just see a character, but then make a slice out of it. So it was returning a different type than what the generic was being passed into. Like I was passing in a slice and I was returning like a double slice, if that makes sense. You're gonna make your own language? I just wanted to learn about it. The main motivation for this was just because in Mythfall, when I add new features, the hot reload time just isn't very good. The build times are slow. It would be nice to just like edit a function and have it just like automatically reload. So my idea was kind of like to have this dual compile system where I do like a play build mode, which generates all of the different like bytecode VM blocks, and it just constantly like recycles the files. And then if any file changes, it like splices in that change into the block that's executing, or really just rebuilds this entire block with the new one. It just like puts the new one in. And I feel like you could hash the functions to quickly check if they've changed at all, or to detect which functions have changed as you kind of like continually are recompiling. But then also I wanted to have like a normal like build mode, which builds like a bin binary file. And this one would go through like C as like the intermediate language. And then this one would go to a bytecode VM. That was like the main motivation, but right now I'm just kind of like learning and going through the book. There must be Go IDE with hot reload of a single file compile. Yeah, the Go plugin system's pretty bad. That's what I use right now. There's really like two options in, well, so in Go, you can either like write your Go code, you could compile it to a .so or a DLL, and then you could hot reload that, right? But this would have to be like a C. This would make you go through C Go, doing it this way. Or in Go, you can use the plugin system. And like, let's say you have this directory tree with all of these folders. You can hot load a plugin. You can't unload the plugin though. So then what happens is there ends up being version conflicts. Like, let's say you change this one package here, and this package depended on that package. Well, now this package has two options of what it could go to. It could go to like the A version or the B version. And so Go won't let you do that. So it won't let you hot reload different packages like that. So right now what I do is I do a plugin. I do a plugin directory, which has one directory with a bunch of files. I copy all of this to a temp directory. I build that to a plugin. And then because this doesn't depend on anything, I can hot load that. And then I just never release old plugins. I just keep them all around. So I just keep stacking like a new plugin every time. And that's what I do currently. Then in other languages, they do stuff like this though, where they'll have some like main function whose job is just to like loop, or maybe I should do it up here. You basically loop forever, and you do like update, and you do reload. And this reloads the DLL, and then this updates your game. So this like reloads the DLL, like resets some function pointers, and moves all the memory over to your new thing. And this is like what you would do in like C or C++. And the only other thing you could do as well as these options is you could do like an interpreter, where you have an interpreter that runs your code. But I want to write Go. I don't want to write like Lua. So that, and then also some of the memory management stuff in Go is pretty bad. And then also, or it's not that it's bad, it's just not really well suited for game development. All right, so when we generate this, I do one for the append function, I do one for the length function. We'll just do another one for the make function. I think this is going to be new. Most of our backend is written in Golang, but we utilize Lua. Yes, the Roblox version. For some of our handlers, since our PLC guys sometimes need to change stuff on their end without breaking. Interesting. Yeah, I just have like the problem for me doing game dev with Lua is like I have like a GLM package which has like a bunch of math functions. And it's like, now I've got to like write this like Lua code that like goes to this library. And if I want to add a new function, now I've got to like build it, and I've got to rebuild everything anyways. And then I've got to like put it in my Lua script. Like I need to like export this. Got to export it, and then I got to import it from Lua, and then Lua can do like vec2.add. I don't know Lua, so I'm just making stuff up, but yeah, I could definitely see if I had a pretty closed environment, then this would be pretty reasonable, I think, doing a Lua scripting thing. But I just want to like add stuff dynamically and have it just run. I just don't want to think about it. Implicit declaration of, let's look at main.c. Whoops. What's up, Con? I'm using Emacs. I think I accidentally double sliced on the generate function. I think I'm outputting. I don't want to do this. Oh, maybe I want this. Yeah. I'm gonna use parameter source. Okay. All right, we'll use it. Okay, IT, GG factory, add a factory. Oh, nice, that's cool. Learning web dev, nice, that's fun. Migrating machines to new MES software, etc. I said you're talking about Lua before? Yeah, it's a pretty common like interpreted language that people will embed inside of their games. I'm not just talking about some of the trade-offs that I had for it. At least how they like pertain to the kind of game that I'm making. Oh, I want to remove this printout that I added for testing. Yeah, there is Yagi. It's got the same problems though as me having to like build a symbol table for Yagi to know like which functions to call and stuff like that. But at least it's got the advantage of that I could reasonably like maybe build a version that doesn't interpret when I do a production build. All right, at least it's compiling. Actually, I don't think this is valid. I don't think it's gonna work. Let me go to main.k again. All right, we're making a character slice. The problem with this generated block of code, I think it's gonna generate a get function to read this index, and then it's going to get the address of that copied value. Which is not what I want, right? I want to do, I want to get the address of the 0 index of this slice. Oops, main.c. Oh, never mind. It does do it right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will give us the right value. I should just write a test for it though, maybe. Or do I do a test here? I don't think I ever take addresses of yeah, there's a lot of leaks. Let's add a little extra test here just to test the pointer arithmetic part. I'm not really sure how to test this though. I guess we can do this, can't we? We can do we'll take the pointer at index 2, then we'll set index 2 here. We'll assert that, and then we'll also assert, because this is a pointer now, so we should assert that this is equal to 33. Oops. Cool, yeah, this seemed to work, I guess, so that's good. All right, I guess it does generate the correct code, and at least we'll have a test there to enforce that. What I thought I did though is I thought I called a get function. Okay, on to the next one. The code here is a classic trick to solve that. We open the file, but before reading it, we seek to the very end using fseek. Then we call ftel, which tells us how many bytes from the start of the file we are. Since we seeked /sought to the end, that's the size. We rewind back to the beginning, allocate a string of that size, and then read the whole file in a single batch. So we're done, right? Not quite. These function calls, much like the calls in the C standard library, can fail. If this were Java, the failures would be thrown as exceptions and automatically unwind the stack so that we wouldn't really need to handle them. In C, if we don't check them, then they get silently ignored. This isn't a book on C programming practices, but I hate to encourage bad style. Let's go ahead and handle the errors. It's good for us, like eating our vegetables or flossing. Hi there, I'm currently graduate with mobile and web technologies at Varna, Bulgaria. I'm searching for junior intern front-end dev. Can you give me advice? And can you check my LinkedIn profile if it's good or not? I won't check your LinkedIn profile, but junior intern or front-end dev? I don't really do front-end that much, so I'm not super up to speed on like what sort of technologies people use, but I think it's hard when you're brand new out of college because there's not, you haven't like proven yourself anywhere. You haven't like earned any trust at some company that like kept you around for a couple years, so that like another company is like, oh, if this other company hired them, then they must be like kind of good, you know? So you're kind of going from nothing, trying to break into it. So my advice would just be to take any software job you can, starting out, just to get like your foot in the door, because it's a lot easier to move from one company to another than it is to move from no company to like a big company, for example. Other than that, at least in backend, it's very leak code heavy. I don't know what it is for front end. Like maybe for front end, it's better to have like, is IT support a good start? Ideally, if you're doing, searching for a junior or front-end dev. I guess I don't know what your degree was, but if your degree was software engineering or something like that, then I would try to get something a little bit better. But yeah, like whatever, if you can't get any jobs other than IT, then go for it. Not that there's anything wrong with IT, it's just not like exactly what you went to school for if you did software engineering. But yeah, like ideally you want to be doing as much technical stuff as you can. Like you're trying to stepstone to better and better stuff through your career. So it's always good to be like working on stuff that's a little bit harder than what you can do right now. But yeah, just sound passionate. Maybe one idea is you could do like personal projects. So you have like little websites you build. If you're a front end dev, make them look really nice. Put them in your resume so that when they go to it, they see like, oh, he can build like a nice looking website. But it like building things that people know about is pretty good, or that people can look at and like quickly assess your skills is good, I think. Fortunately, we don't do anything particularly clever. If failure occurs, we can't correctly read the user's script. All we can do is tell the user and exit the interpreter gracefully. First of all, we might fail to open the file. All right, let's go to main.k. File is nil. Yeah, we'll just do co printf. I don't know why he comes up with all these different numbers. Each one's different numbers, I guess. Even with cursor AI code support, will this give me a little push? I think I can build good working site with AI. I mean, if you do use AI, you want to be able to, if you do use AI to generate code for you, you definitely want to know everything that it's generating. I think AI is a good way to learn, but if you're using it to replace the code that you're generating, like if AI is writing the code for you and you're like, I don't know what this was, but it like does the trick, then that's not a good practice in my opinion. All right, then we have our malloc failure. I'm actually not sure what this returns. New. Where else are you streaming? I also stream on Twitch. I have something infuriating to share. All right. Yeah, so if this is a init function, or no, it's actually the new function that would fail. I do reverse engineering for fun. Okay. That's like those websites, or like hack this box, or hack this site, you mean? Okay. I might just code it up here actually in my template. Because I think the, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do, oh, I'm on the wrong directory. Slice template. So when we do this new function, if s.a, or we're writing C now. Yes, exactly right. A word is 2 bytes long. So a D word, a double word, is 4 bytes long. What do you think Microsoft calls 8-byte long numbers? A double D word. I don't know. DW word. MD word, Microsoft D word. DD word isn't even a bad guess. F word. Z word. Is it 3Ds? LD word. D word 64. Dang. That's how they get you. That'll make you say an F word. Yeah, that sucks. Wait, what do they call this in? Like their documentation? Or is this part of their... I thought it meant D word this whole time. Oh no, it was a Q word. Oh, that's what it's called. A Q word is the... because it's like quad. Which makes sense. Because it's... a word is 2. A D word is a double. And then a Q is a quad word. In their internal APIs, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That sounds annoying. That's why I use Linux and you never open Windows. Yeah, keyword. I couldn't remember what it's called. Keyword makes a lot of sense though. I'm surprised they didn't. I think the problem is they like make something up and then it's not good, but then everyone relies on it, so then they can't change it. What was I doing? Oh, we were adding errors, that's right. Oops, I had an extra Q there. I don't have a panicking system yet, so it's kind of just like exit stuff. All of this stuff is going to get rewritten anyway, so we're just kind of learning. We're just hacking. Yep, if we can't allocate enough memory, the user's probably going to have bigger problems to worry about. We should do our best at least and let them know. Finally, if read itself may fail. Oh, if you read less than the file size. Thank you, Couchy Boy, for the follow. Appreciate it. It caused me confusion for ages. I was confused, like, why does the stack memory seem to be too small for what I'm doing? For listening to my pains, please take my follow. I appreciate it. Thank you for telling us your turmoil. This is what this stream's all about, is therapy sessions. It's just one big therapy session. But then what would they call 8 words, 16 words, 32 words? I think it's better to stack the D's. You just gotta stack the D's sometimes, you know? Or should we be stacking Q's? Well, 8 words would be an O word. 16 words would be an S word. An octuple word. A D-O, a do word would be 16 words. A double octuple word. This adds the null byte, but let's just check this little case here. Yeah, we don't need those. Bum bum ba-dum, boom boom boom. Hey, listen, whatever convention you choose, it better be better than it'll be better than Microsoft. Yeah, that's a low bar though. Do. This scales with computers increasing bit count. All right, we've got ourselves a string of locked source code. Now we're ready to set up a pipeline to scan, compile, execute it. It's driven by interpret. Right now, the function just runs our old hard-coded test chunk. Let's change it to something closer to the final incarnation. I'm gonna change mine just for, I just wanna test to make sure the stuff is kind of working. So we'll go ahead and add the interp to the REPL side. And run file does read file, then does interp. And what we want to do next is go go to the interp function. Oh, it just prints right now. I'm trying to think, can I just convert this to a string? All right, we'll just do this. Oops. What did I change? Oh, we added this one. What does f read return? A U size. What is bytes, or that's file size. What does f tell return? I might have mixed these up. I hope I mixed these up. ftell, long int, and fread size t. Inside integral, sucks because this is not unsigned. We'll just cast, I guess. I'll just compile and then go here. I'm gonna just do that. Incompatible type for argument 1 of interpret. Oh, because we changed how this function reads now. This one returns, or this one takes in a character slice. Yeah, so this one needs to be a character slice. F gets. Let me just, I'm just gonna rewrite this whole section. And we'll do, because now we have this make function. Make character of 1024. That will be our line type. Ignore my triple semicolon here. We'll desugar that, or we'll syntactic sugar that, don't worry. Yo, where else are you streaming? I'm confused. I'm also streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, this one we need to, this one's gonna have an incorrect type. Oh, I don't do type arg checking in my type checker yet, so. This will be 0. Oh yeah, we don't free stuff. We just leak. Okay, that's fixed now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It returned 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something's not connecting correctly. Oh, if val is nil. Wait, what does f gets do? Doesn't it get from the... size of line. I see, yeah. I don't know why it returns a pointer though, because wouldn't the pointer just be this pointer? All right, let's look. fgets function reads bytes from stream into an array pointed to by s until n-1 bytes are read, or a new line character is read and transferred to s, or an end of file condition is encountered. The string is then terminated with a null byte. What's up, Saba Bugs? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Upon successful repletion, fget returns s if the stream is at end of file, end of stream, or for the stream is set, fgets returns a null pointer. If a read error occurs, the error indicating the stream is set. fget returns a null pointer and sets error number. Okay. What are you guys doing? I'm just going through this book called Crafting Interpreters and trying to build a programming language for fun. That is what we're doing. Where's like the return value? Returns s. Oh, okay, so it just returns s, otherwise it returns null. So val isn't useful. The only thing that we don't know of is we need to slice, because what we're doing is we're passing this, we're passing a pointer into fgets, but it doesn't know that we're actually passing it an array, like a proper array with a length and a capacity. So then it reads as much as it can. And then we need to slice this line. I don't really have a slicing syntax though. Do you have like a syntax in mind, or is it just as you go? Yeah, I mean, this is the syntax of the language. In crafting interpreters, the first half you build a tree walk interpreter language, and he writes it in Java and does it in like a Java, or I don't really know what the language, I don't know what I'd call the language he built it on top of is, but I built mine in Go, and the syntax I used was Go-like. But instead of doing an interpreter for this one, I did a compiles to C. So I built this little language that compiles to C, and then I compile the C to run. So then the second half of the book is you write a bytecode VM as an interpreter in C completely in C. And so now I'm trying to write this one in my, like, the language. I wrote a language here, and I'm trying to use this language now to write this program. Like the second half program, which is the VM for the second language. Or for the same language, I guess it doesn't matter. So, yeah. That's how it's going. What's up, look, mom? No hands, we. How are you doing? Welcome. So yeah, we're a little bit of struggle. It's a little bit of struggling, but it's fun. Because I do type checking in mine, which is like the source of a lot of issues, especially interoperating with C. So I do all these foreign functions to call C functions, but the types don't really like match up exactly right. So yeah, that's where we are. But yeah, so the issue for this one, is what I want to be able to do is something like this, slice to like that. But I don't have slicing syntax yet. Or when I have my own tokenizer working, it still spits out weird syntax C files, but it compiles. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one option, is just like tokenize and just syntax replace C code. Which I'm sure you could get a long way with. Like, I gotta imagine you can get pretty far doing that. But I do like a full-fledged parsing. I do a tokenizer to a parser to a type checker, and then I generate C code. And the C code looks like this is the C code that's getting generated. So then I have like tighter constructs on things like strings. But this is like the base string type. I have all these string functions that can get used. I haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah, I recommend this book if you're, it's free. It's free 99. If you're interested in learning that. You have string functions in there? Yeah. Yeah, use that guide, nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I do like a string type that looks like this. It's just a character pointer and then a length. It's not perfect, but it does good enough. So this I'm not sure really how to do, honestly. Because I need to like resize this slice. Ding, 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 ding. So that it knows what length it is. Or really I should do this beforehand. Line equals. That same functionality in C would have. That same functionality in C would have taken you a bit more code than that, lol. What do you mean? This stuff? Oh, or this slicing? Yeah, I mean, this syntax isn't supported yet. I do have a slice function that I generate. I just don't map anything to it. String make isn't accounting for the null character. Yeah, because I do a length instead. Like you can do string, in C you do strings like this. And then you do your null character. That's like a C string. So then you can just pass around like your car, star. But then in a lot of more modern languages, what they do is they have like their character pointer, then they have a length, which is like pretty close to an int. So you have two pieces of data now, and you just do this. That's your string now. Oops, that was weird. And so now you know the size of your string instantly without having to loop through it to find the null character. I have my own U8 string in my game. Yeah, it's pretty handy. I think this is just in general most of the time better. I know there's some cases where it's like a little bit more lower performance, but what's the issue you're working on now? Yeah, so right now in the book, we're going through, we're writing code that basically reads a file and writes it to a buffer. And I'm trying to test that. And how I'm trying to test that is, I'm just putting like the interpret code right now. Because what this will do is it's going to read in code. It's going to build a tokenizer, compile it, and then run a VM on it. But I don't have the tokenizer or the compiler yet. So we're just doing, like the interpret code is just this right now. I'm just printing out the length of the source. So what you'd expect to see in here, for example, is I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd expect to see the number. There's like no new line because it's a little bit botched, the printout. But that's like, it's trying to print the length of the source code right now. And this is not working because, just because of how, or let me show you why it's not working. Because when I read the file, or really I'm in the REPL loop, this is a REPL. When I read the text that comes in from fgets, I read it into this line, which is a character slice, but the character slice length isn't appended from this function. So I need to resize the character slice based off of how long the line is going to be. Why a VM though? Yeah, my general idea is, where are you? I talked about this earlier. Ah, yes. Where did I talk about this? Yeah, my main idea, because in Go, hot reloading is not a very good feature. So my general idea is to have some sort of like play mode. And this is all bytecode. executing on a bytecode VM. These are different like blocks, which are different functions that are running. So this is like F1, this is F2, this is F3. And my idea is that I feel like I can just reload my set of files and then patch the function bytecode along the way. So like if function 1 changed, this was the new function, I can just replace this block of bytecode with this other block of bytecode, and then have this instantly like reflect whatever the file had in it. So that's my idea. Okay, my head hurts. Yeah, mine too. I don't know if it'll work, but this is like one idea that I had of like bytecode patching for like really fast hot reloading. Because like how often have you been like in like the very end of your dungeon that you're testing for your game, and then like, oh, I want to change this like one feature, and it's like, oh, I guess I have to rebuild it, rerun through this 30-minute dungeon to get to the very end of it to test this one little change. So I feel like hot reloading is such a appreciated feature. There's other ways people do hot reloading, and I talked about them earlier, but I won't talk about them again. But there's a lot of different other ways people do hot reloading, but I don't think many people do this, except for like functional languages seem to do this. IMO backend uses the Java class loader to do exactly that. That's cool. Was that like is it part of like it replaces the entire .jar? Yeah, I'm not familiar. Jars are the bytecode, aren't they? I know about DLL hot reload, but I'm stupid. I never went that route. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with how Java works under the hood or what exactly a jar file is, but a zip with many classes. Yeah, but is a jar file, is it just the bytecode? So they might be able to do like bytecode patching like that. But yeah, you can do DLL hot patching too. How you do that, I talked about it here. How you do that, you just have a main function. Then inside of that main function, you have a loop, and this is like very high level. But then you have a reload function, which reloads your DLL, and then reassigns like function pointers. Like you might have like an update function pointer, and you might have like a draw function pointer, and then the loop's just constantly going through those, right? Or it's like running your main game loop, and then, or maybe you just have one, right? You just have an update that gets called. This like runs your game. So this reloads this object that then replaces this function pointer. This is your update function. So you have one step that reloads it and then one step that updates it. And you can hot reload a lot of code that way. I remember Jessica Mack on here did see hot reloading a couple streams. Yeah, I don't think it's super hard. I think it's pretty nice. I think there's also Handmade Hero where he talks about it. I haven't watched that far into it, but I'm going to. JVM can run .class files directly. I also had to do a lookup what exactly a .jar file was because I didn't know either except for the vaguest sense. Yeah, I kind of like know like it's something, but it's not. Like I know vaguely like what it is, but I don't know exactly what it is, you know? Now I'm hungry for McDonald's because of an ad. Nice. Jessica does some hardcore stuff though. Handmade Hero is much simpler. Oh, really? I haven't seen her before. I just heard that Handmade Hero had a section about it that I haven't watched, but I'm kind of, whenever I eat lunch, I watch like another episode of it on like 1.5x speed. I think it's cool to see other people's approaches to things, though I do wish they were more condensed, because I think a lot of the, it takes a lot of time to make a YouTube video, and it's much easier to just sit on here for like 4 hours and like do something, you know? Watch it both episodes, it'll save you a man-year long-term. Yeah, do you have a link to it? And put a space in the link. Casey gave up on the Handmade series. I think it's like a long enough, I think there's enough episodes to where if you want to learn how to make a game, you can watch like the 600 episodes or whatever it is. The stuff she does with shaders. Yeah, I think there's like 600 episodes. I can see why he would stop at that point. It's like, all right, you've got 2 years worth of content if you watch one every day. But yeah, if you have a link to her stream, or if she made it into a YouTube video or something where she does it, I'd love to see that. I'm very interested in hot reloading. I assume she does something like this though, right? But yeah, I'm curious how people do it exactly. Yeah, sorry, it started out. Let me just disable this. Hold on. Settings? Moderation? Oh, block hyperlinks, okay. Okay, yeah, I turned off block hyperlinks, so hopefully it'll work now. Usually it's set jump, long jump, DL open, DL sem. What did they use set jump for? So I thought that how they hot reload is from a main function. Yeah, I'm reading, or I'm watching through these. I'm on like episode 4 right now. Just at lunch, I'll watch them. But I save this. I guess I'll put in watch later. I'm gonna do my other account. All right, I saved it in my other one. Dun, 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 dun. Let's zoom it over.
Wait, before I start the demo.
Yeah, the host program needs to return to a clean slate, to a clean state and a clean stack and clean register. So set jump, long jump, act as a save point. Then you DL open, DL, find your symbols with DL sim, and then call into the hot reloaded code. The thing I don't understand about that though, and maybe like, maybe I'm just missing something. Like, let's say you've got your main, and this is gonna do a reload, and then like you're inside your DLL now, right? And this is like the function you're executing. Then you like set, or what is it, load? Or no, it's set, yeah. So you set, jump, and then you like bubble back out to here. Or so you're here for like 1, let's do this. You're here for, oops, wrong color. You're up here, then you set jump. And then you go back to here. Or I don't know exactly how it works, but then you're here for like number 2. And then you load the new DLL. Like you jump back, then for 3 you load, and then for 4, you load DLL. What's it called? Load jump? Oh, long jump. And then you, or is it set jump, long jump? No main set jump, the DLL long jump. Usually preferring a stable receiving, giving back a void star. No main jump, set jump, the DLL long jump. Like, I guess the point I'm getting at is, how do you jump back into this? Because sorry, I didn't finish my diagram. This is your old DLL. Now you have a new DLL with this same function that you're in. Like, how does it know when you jump back to this? How does it know to take you here? I always thought that you had to like re-trickle through all of this stuff. Like you had to call back into it. You couldn't just jump back into it. Yeah, I might have used, these might be wrong. Like this might be, oh, you're saying, main begins with set jump at the very beginning, then loads DLL. DLL is just a long jump, trigger the hot reload. I see what you're saying now. So you can, this does a set, then this does a long jump, jumps back to here, and then triggers the reload. So you don't, that way you don't need to have this main loop thing. You can just like detect the file changes, go back to main, reload the DLL, and then re-enter it. I was thinking you were saying that you could like jump back into the place you were at in the DLL. I see, yeah. It's just a go-to the main from DLL. Yeah, I see. That makes sense, yeah. That's cool. I'll try to check those out though. Thanks for sharing, guys. That way the DLL can trigger the hot reload anytime it wants, yeah. Then the DLL can decide when to hot reload, which is kind of nice. The only thing I'm like, I think this still does have a few restrictions on like, I don't know, it seems very clean to just have like everything in a VM and just hot reload, hot patch different blocks of bytecode. But I'll have to experiment with it because I've never done it this way before. I've never even done it this other way where you have like a main loop hot reloader. But not that this would break anything, but I think this does limit some of the things you can hot reload. And it does limit, I think how you structure your game is a little bit limited too. Because it just defines the method calls and the DL hooks into them, load library A, get proc address is all you need. Yeah. What do you need hot reloading for? Hot reloading is just a really, really nice feature for game development where you're like midway through a dungeon that took you like 15 minutes to get where you were and you want to change like one little UI element on something. Being able to hot reload your code without breaking anything is really, really handy. I like hot reloaded configs, but not code. Yeah, my configs also hot reload, but I just really want to build it for immediate mode GUIs. It's really nice too. Is this language mainly for game dev? I'm just I'm not really like, I wouldn't say I'm like making a language. I'm just like learning how to make a language, I guess. On Linux, you only need DLSim. Yeah. But I want the language I'm building to be like have an emphasis in hot reload. It's just a Go-like language. I'm just going through this book, crafting interpreters, and like figuring out how it all works, which has been fun and interesting, and I recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead, instead of doing this slicing syntax, that's the access that I want. But that's the behavior that I want. I think I'm just gonna do like, I'm gonna make a type that's like slice, a generic function that's slice. Start, end. And make all configs in hot reloaded code. True. That's actually what my whole config system for Mythfall is all just code files that generates binary files that then get hot reloaded, all because Go doesn't have like a good hot reloader. What's the language called? I called it Co just because it was easy to type. It's not really named, I guess. But yeah, imagine all the global variables I can have if I hot reload everything. Just imagine. Yeah, it's one letter different from Go. Co. Kilo octet in French. KB. So we'll make a slice function built in. Even though the syntax is way nicer, I just don't want to, I guess we could rewrite, or not rewrite, but we could update the parser. We'd have to build a new expression type. Oh, byte is octet. KB. Oh, KO in French is kilobytes. Interesting. Now that's some language right there. Yeah, we'll just do a slice function. I don't want to get too in the weeds. Or hold on. Yeah, we'll do this now. Even though I do have a lot of changes. Let's go to resolve. We'll go to our built-in section. Add ident. .co, how about .ok? Ooh, we could call the language OK. Okay, slice built-in type is going to, sorry, let me just think about this. It's func of slice of, yeah, of t, which is going to be like that. And then we have start int, end int, and it's going to return. This might need to be a pointer. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, all right, I like it. Actually, I'm confused on how this works now. Shouldn't this be a pointer? Like it's a slice type, but it's not a pointer type. And then after that, it's just two ints. Or do I have this? Yeah, this doesn't return. Then we pass this in. Yeah, we need to generate this now. Let's go to the code generator thing. And then kind of how we did append. Or hold on. Slice, we'll make a slice function. And this is going to be, we need to go to main.c. I know I have a slice function. Slice, oh, do I not have one? Hold on, I really don't. Interesting. All right, we'll have to build a slice function. Go slice. Let's go to our temple, aka template. We'll copy that, and then we'll make one that's for slicing. Then we'll copy paste our append. rename it to slice, int start, int end, and start is inclusive, end is exclusive. That's what Go does at least, so when in doubt. Our next is language 1 or 0 based? They're 0 based. I'm not a barbarian after all. I think the only adjustments I need to do are I need to shift this pointer. Let me be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. I think, I just need to shift this pointer. I'm just trying to think if then I lose the original like pointed location. So then freeing it becomes kind of painful. But I think I'm gonna do allocators anyway, and I'm not gonna worry about it. Like I think everything's gonna be, I think it'll work out. So I just need to adjust this pointer location to wherever the location plus start is. And I just need to adjust the length with that as well. But let me go to the bathroom really quick and then I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Wouldn't it be better to make an entirely new string? Why mess with the pointer? In this case, it's not a string. It's a, what do you call it? It's like a long character slice. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's just type from here. Oh. Let's read the indentations off. I guess I do, S-A... plus start. So they work on the same data. So if you modify the slice, the original gets changed as well. Slice typically makes a copy in most language. I guess no, I feel like slicing typically does not do a copy. You usually slice the same buffer. Like in Go, you slice a buffer. I don't know about other languages, but I prefer that. Like, I guess I can show you the code that this is being used in. But like we have this big character buffer. We're reading a line of text that the user's inputting, and then we need to slice this buffer into something that's going to get interpreted. So like if we make a new buffer, then we may as well just make a buffer every single time. But here we get to make a buffer and then use that the entire time. So we'll just have one big buffer rather than that gets reused, rather than making a new buffer, making a new allocation every time. All right, so if we're at 0, we put 0, then that would stay on 0. If we put 1, it would go to 1. So this is correct. And then S length then we have S length. So I'm just trying to think of how this is going to operate. Where are you? Okay, we have a buffer. This is our pointer. Then we have a length. Oh my gosh. There's something that I'm hitting that's causing this to switch modes. This will be our capacity. This will be our length. All right, let's decide the operations now. So if we slice +1, then we need to subtract that from both here. So we need to do -1, -1. And then we slice, like we're slicing like 1 to 5. The buffer we expect to result in is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We expect to get this buffer. With a capacity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 6. And then length is 4. And originally we had 7. And length is 7. Yes, we subtract out. So this is something that gets subtracted from both. And then we take the length minus this. Which would be 7 minus 5. And we subtract that out of the new length. Okay. Or sorry, this is not a yeah, I guess we could just do minus equals. We'll do a short expression. Minus equals start. Minus equals. So for the length, we're going to do start plus the length minus the end point. I think this is right. I will do a printf though. Okay. Generate. Conflicting types for, I swear if there's a slice function, I'm gonna lose it. No, there's no slice. Okay. Let's see here. We have underscore car underscore slice slice. Oh, this one's wrong. That's what it is. Okay. It's because I copy pasted the append. So this is going to be int start int end. Of course, I had to forget all of my semicolons. Value undeclared. 199. Oh, there's no value. I mostly just want capacity and length. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24. Oh, hold on. Did I remove that printout thing? What is it? %p for a pointer? All right, I want to do a new line. Oh, there's a new line. Let's do 2 new lines. Capacity 1024, length 24. But then there's just 24 that prints out here. Which is the length of the thing, okay? Main.k. Like this is wrong then. Co printf. Line length 24. Line length 24. Oh, it's size of line, which isn't the size of a. Yeah, this is just a bug because I switched to an array. We actually want the size of a character, not the size of. I don't know why it's What am I missing? Let me reference this really quickly. Oh, until n-1 bytes are read, or a new line character is read. Oh, so we actually do want the size of this. I see. But then how do I know? Oh, I guess I didn't need... Yeah, so what's gonna happen is this is gonna insert a... This is gonna insert a null character. So we just need to recalculate it based off of that and then slice it. So I was just doing the wrong thing. We actually want this to be line length. I'm just gonna be a little hacky here. I mean, technically this is gonna be a static thing. Not static, but it's gonna be a constant. Size is just the size in bytes of the data type. Yeah, just in my language, this ends up generating a struct, which is 24 bytes long. So I can't size of the struct. I need to size of the stuff inside of the struct. I don't really have a way to do that, so I'm just gonna do 1024. Boom. Do, do, do. I think it might be easier though if I just generate a function that creates a what does my interpret take? A character slice? Init. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we'll read into a character slice, and then I'm going to build the It's just so hard to interact with C sometimes. No, well, here's what we'll do. I'll just do this. I'm not going to do 2 allocations. I'm just going to do 1 allocation. I'm going to loop and slice. Or no, actually I want to do this. I want to do, yeah, actually this is fine. We're going to do line I, if line I equals null, then we'll do, what's it called? Dun, dun. I guess passing in pointers may be bad because I kind of want to make a new slice header when I slice. But I feel like I vaguely remember having a hard time return of what to return back. All right, here's what we'll do. We'll do slice. Zero to I. Oh, I need to do this. Because I don't infer generics yet. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So it's going up, but it's not going down. I'm missing something. What's up, Toasty Codes? Oh yeah, I did forget to break. Yeah, I'm going through this book called Crafting Interpreters, which I've done like the first half. I'm doing the second half now. But I'm using the language I built in the first half because you had to build 2 languages. I'm using the language I built in the first half to build the second half part of the book, which is kind of hard. Because there's just a lot of things you take for granted in languages, like nice little features that you have to like end up programming it. But it's been fun. It is free, yeah. There's a link. All right, cool. So we have the length. So the slice is getting calculated properly now. Holy moly. Created one back in the day. Nice. Yeah, the book's nice. I recommend it. It's been fun to do. It's opened my eyes a little bit for sure to the possibilities. I took a shortcut though. All right, let's see. Oh, written in Go. I like your, these are some nice, oh wow, 9 commits, geez. I think I'm about like 100 commits on mine that I'm doing. Oh, you compile the C? That's what I'm doing too. ETH. Nice. Oh, used Antler. Yeah, the parser was a little bit tricky to write. Or like just the order of how you parse things is hard to figure out on your own. I could have a language that compiles eBPF code in C. Is that part of Antler? Is eBPF? Music is making you sleepy. The song is called Gumdrop. It's making me a little sleepy too. So I can't blame you. All right, let's try the other mode. We need to make a file though. We'll make test.txt. And then we should be able to do this. This probably won't work, but or no, I have to do I don't think my make file lets me pass these through. I'll just call it interp, make interp. And then we'll pass in test.txt. Perfect. eBPF is a technology that allows you kernel customization. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of it. Is there a specific reason why you're making a programming language? Mostly for learning, but I do have a few ideas of like features that I want in a language that aren't like super widely supported. Like I like Golang a lot. So I'd like something with that, but with a little bit more manual memory management and also a smaller runtime and better hot reloading support. So those are kind of the features I'm targeting. So I'm making like a C-like language, I guess. Maybe something close to like Zig or Odin, but with like things tailored more to what I like, I guess. I created it for my final year engineering project, which I had to create in a day. Oh, wow. Interesting. There's a documentary. That's how you know it's real. But right now we're just learning. I'm just going through the crafting interpreters book. Boom, 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 boom. Best part, it's only for Linux. Nice. Now I'm sold. Now I'm sold. All right, let's add some printouts to our read file. Or we can actually build this inside of here now. We can just do make interp. So we got to it detected the interp mode correctly. It got the file name correctly. So it should be executing run file. And then it goes to read file. Let's just go ahead and do this. Oh, a lot of typos. We'll do read file. Boom, 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 boom. Let's just see what that does. Oh, I didn't do any new lines, did I? What's up, Gaffa? How's it going? Sorry, I don't have any bots in my chat. I'm going through the book Crafting Interpreters. I'm on the second half. But how I'm doing is I did a language on the first half and I'm using the language to write the second half. Where he usually uses C, but I'm trying to use my first language that I wrote in the first half to build the second half. Okay, there's our printouts. I might have commented out. Oh no, I do call it. Okay. All right, let's wait. Requested allocation size. Exceeds maximum supported size of some very large number. So I must be allocating something badly. Or maybe I went to a negative or something like that. If I were to do a language, it'd be some kind of term rewrite language where you have facts in memory, like player X has Y health, and then rules always active when player X has Y health and Y is less than 0, then player X dies. Rules based events based. That sounds interesting. More like Prolog makes reactive programming. That's an interesting model. I've never thought of doing something like that. I just really like imperative style. Let's see if we get the file size, I guess. File size 7. That seems right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that part works. Seems like a good for games, except for things like collisions. Yeah, collision detection can be kind of specific. It must be something in here. Okay, it seems like the buffer got allocated. Some of the rules have to be able to intercept, short circuit other rules. Oh yeah. What is this? Are you a fan of Hinaldo? I don't know who that is. This is programming. I'm going through the book Crafting Interpreters, trying to build a language. For fun. But I'm not able to print buffer, I guess. Oh no, buffer did get print, but it's 0. But I guess it makes sense because of how the other one worked. I need to do the same exact slicing thing, don't I? Because this is going to read the whole file in, and then it's just a matter of... let's print out bytes read. By the time you're done with your transpile, you'll have embraced to use C directly, and I'll just switch. I don't know. C is pretty rough. I mean, this isn't C though. This is my little custom language that's compiling to C. Though there are times when I need to go into the runtime.h file that I have and like fill out some C functions, just for like ease of use. Like kind of like C standard library type stuff. Looks very much like C is my point. Yeah, it is kind of. Especially for a lot of these like built-ins, I'm just using like the C function. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, slice line is buffer. Then we'll read to buffer read. I think this is it. Bytes, or no, sorry. I want to look at sliced line. It is fun, yeah. I'm enjoying it at least. Wait a second. This code's getting pretty nasty. So I'm not getting here. Bytes read. I'm getting this one. But then I call this, it's not working. Let's look at the main.c. This is in read file. Okay. I mean, how could this fail though? Because I'm just setting a character in a... And I know bytes read is like 7. So unless says if car is always 1, by the way. From what I was reading, it sounds like some systems, like it's not a C guarantee, it's like a system guarantee. Like you could have a character that's not 1 byte. But maybe I was lied to. I don't have a good size of function, so I have to like do weird stuff to get size of things. Even when car bit is not 8, it'll still be 1. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, because I did look that up. Because I was thinking maybe I would just hard code it somewhere at the top, and then I was like, whatever. All right, let's see what. I don't know. We gotta see what's what here. It's also hard because I'm not sure exactly if oh, it's part of the I didn't even notice there was a stack trace in here. So this co-C string function is running. It's not liking that as a part of a printf read file. Or main.c. Where did I put you? Yeah, this one's running. Dun, dun, dun. It's hard when there's so many layers. So I think it's this malloc is failing. S.length plus 1. So the string is just very long? Or the length isn't being set or something like that. What's up, Ocleus? How's it going? Do, do, do. We chillin'? Good. Requested allocation size exceeds maximum supported. Let's do this. Oh wait, I shouldn't be doing it here. Let's go to runtime. Oh, what is it? It's like DL or something, or it's L. Argument 2 has size T. I've been cleaning a ton today, actually. Got the kitchen and bathroom 90% done. Sounds like a good time to stop. Just kidding. Keep going. You're almost there. C format. Long unsigned. I should go over them with a paper towel. Final touches. Nice, nice. Just gotta do the detailing. LU. Of course it is. Oh, Malik. Oh, we want to do a slash n. I might make it capital. Yeah, look at this one. This is nuts. Okay, that's the problem. Co size of. Hope you got RAM, bucko. Yeah. I just downloaded a new patch for upgraded RAM, so I'm pretty set, I think. I think I downloaded like 8 terabytes. I should have enough. So this is where it's failing. It wasn't here, it was here, because I'm trying to print the buffer. The buffer just doesn't seem like it would be large. It's file size +1. Unless it's... Yeah, that's so weird. Okay, the question is, why is this... Let's go to the make function. Make... Or no, I think it's called new. New... I actually think this needs to be capacity as well. Okay. Or we'll do print F. Oops. Slice new. Of course, I somehow removed the printf. Yeah, I don't know how this gets converted. That's such a strange... All right, we have slice new. But I'm not slicing it yet, so I don't know why it would be wrong. This is 8. Let's see where buffer gets used as well. This is... Unless there's some bug. Because I guess in the C code, I don't know how it's going to evaluate. I don't know if I do a parentheses properly on this. I might be returning a pointer to this. Like, see what I mean? F read. I think I want to do this. Or yes. I think I want to do this. Whenever I dereference, I'm just going to parenthesize whatever I'm dereferencing. I'm just not sure what C does. Like which one C evaluates first. All right, let's just go to the generate, and then we have I don't even know what I call this. Or it's a unary operator, so it's a unary expression. Add operator. I think I can just do this. Okay, I guess it didn't change anything. But at least I feel safer now. Yeah, because now we get this thing. And then we dereference that memory location. I genuinely am so confused on how this... I guess I can just remove this. I guess I don't see why it wouldn't be able to print that out. Sliced line.length is 8, which I don't think is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it should be 7. Let's just do 1, 2, 3. Oh, now it's 5. Okay. Yeah, once we hit the null character, then we slice. And then we break. Bytes red. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do this. One, two, three, blank. But for some reason the length is 5. Oh, there's an EOF, I think. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 EOF and then a null character? No, the null character should get excluded though. Like once we slice. I can definitely see there being a... Zero, 1, 2. Oh, we do file size +1. because we want to add the null character. So the buffer is 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, plus an EOF, that's 4. Plus 1 for 5, okay. So that seems correct then. Dun, dun, dun. Why am I slicing this? Can't I just return this? Then interpret should run. We should print the length of this. It might have been printing, I just didn't see it. Yeah, interpret 5, okay, that's right. Okay, I guess this kind of just worked all along. All right, let's go ahead and clean these up. We'll just pop through these and this was the old C code, so we'll leave that. That's the old one, we'll leave that. And then that's fine. We had the foreign function thing, so it didn't print them out. We had character literals. We had the foreign block. We had a bunch of slice functions. All right, I'm losing my... There we go. We'll stage all this stuff. All right. I have to go though. This will be the end of the stream for today, everyone. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you all had a good time, but yeah, I need to leave, and yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day, and yeah, bye-bye.